Yeah, we definitely finna dive in some Kevin Hart real quick. Let's go into it.
Hart just pissed off black people again and reignited the hate mob
Not
against them.
again.
Now, his response, I personally
Damn,
don't have a
Kev.
problem with. I just don't think it was smart at all to do. He came on specifically to respond back to the recent backlash he was getting because George Floyd family has made it pretty clear they not rocking with Kevin at all. And they made it clear during an interview with Lauren LaRosa when they brought up the Kevin Hart roast and they brought up how Tony Hinchcliffe during this roast, as well as other roasts, disrespected George Floyd, made fun of George Floyd, made George Floyd a subject of discussion when, George Floyd was not in the room, and a roast is supposed to be a roast of the people in the room. Now, he made this clear while talking to Lauren LaRosa, and George Floyd family also did an interview with TMZ.
Thank you for joining me. I feel like we always have to have conversations around these things. So, I apologize for that. But yeah, I think, sometimes the conversations are.
Yo, what's good, chat? Y'all trying to get a good microphone like me, nice quality and all that, man. Y'all trying to play the game and all that, stream. Look, link is in the description. I'm trying to hook y'all up on deals.
Needed for people to hear from you guys as George Floyd's family firsthand. So
Yes.
I know you had saw some of the comments that we had made at the Breakfast Club in response to Tony Hinchcliffe and the George Floyd joke that was said at the Kevin Hart roast.
You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
And you wanted to kind of talk a bit about that. So just let me know, number one,
I heard that shit. The shit wasn't even funny. Like, none of the jokes weren't even funny. I'm waiting on the punchline. I'm like, this shit is not funny, bro. Like, for real.
did you watch the roast just as a Kevin Hart fan, or did you hear about it afterward?
I heard about it afterwards, and I understand a roast. Let me just clarify that. I understand a roast, and well, from what I understand about a roast is about what you joke about that person specifically. So the reason why I felt kind of uneasy is because I was trying to figure out what did that have to do. What kind of punchline was that?
Right.
Y'all heard me co-sign those sentiments.
What a joke. What was the joke of, about that shit? That's why I was listening. I'm like, okay, this shit is not funny. Where's the punchline in it? You know what I'm saying? Shit goofy as hell.
When I made my video on the joke, I just thought, how many more opportunities do black folks have to give Tony Hinchcliffe to disrespect us? George Floyd was not in the room. It was a roast of people in the room. He brought up George Floyd because he knew what he was doing. He has brought up George Floyd in every other roast he has done. And that's something the family has also touched on.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't want to get into no conspiracy shit, but real shit, man. I'm starting to, you know what I'm saying, think y'all heard this Chad the Builder? You know what I'm saying? I did some content about that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was a racist white guy. He shot a black guy and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then this Netflix special, you know what I'm saying, about this joke shit. I don't know. It's like they trying to push some race war or some shit. I don't know, man.
This man keeps on bringing up George Floyd to disrespect him. He has this weird obsession with George Floyd, and quite frankly, I think the weird obsession comes because he understands that it's going to piss off black people, and that's his aim when he does these things. He wants to piss off black people. He can't thrive without us. He wants our reaction. And yeah, this time it worked brilliantly, all right? We are calling it out because, at what point is enough is enough? So the brother does speak on that. He does touch on how Tony Hinchcliffe made a George Floyd joke during the Tom Brady roast.
And I'm gonna speak from my point of view. Is comedy, a roast is a roast is without that one person. Comedy is to make people, laugh and enjoy themselves.
Right.
It's not supposed to be where you feel some type of way after you leave the room. You're supposed to leave with healing and happiness.
Right.
And that wasn't the case. And I'm speaking from from my point of view about my brother and from my family, but I'm even gonna go as far as the other topics with Bill Cosby. Those are other people's issues, and you don't know what kind of trauma and tragedy that family was going through. So stick to just who you supposed to be roasting. That's just my feeling on it.
And in us covering this, I started to kind of like research, because when I first saw the statement, there was a line about the rep who spoke out for Gianna and the George Floyd organization that says something about you guys as the family mentioning his obsession with your brother, with George Floyd. So it made me, in the room, Just Hilarious asked, like, well, was this the first time that he mentioned something? And I went back and I realized that he had gotten some pushback back in 2024 when he joked about George Floyd or made a reference to George Floyd during the Tom Brady roast.
Look like the final boss in George Floyd, the video game.
Would it be in the second time? Do you feel like it's even more of a disrespect, or like does that kind of compile onto things for you?
I would say it's totally disrespectful. It's totally disrespectful, but
I think the brother did a great job at articulating what the general consensus is and critique on the roast and Tony Hinchcliffe bringing up George Floyd during the roast. Now, Kevin Hart came on a Breakfast Club, and I'll be real, Kevin Hart didn't handle this great at all, not one bit. Now, you kind of understand his response and understand his frustration of, hey, I didn't make the joke. Why y'all mad at me?
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience. But our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not, I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not new. It's not a new.
This is what they do. This is what they do. Goof ass nigga. Like, shut the fuck up, man.
Agenda. It's not a new approach to comedy.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes, I mean, that's why you're there. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to, because we're being honest. People are talking about that joke. Talk about his set. Tony Hinchcliffe arguably had the best set.
People did not like this at all. Now, if he honestly feels this way, it's his right to say it. Me personally, I did not think that Tony Hinchcliffe had the best set at all. I think that Chelsea Handler, his op, had a better set than him. I think Lizzo, now hers was underrated. Now again, I wouldn't go as far as say she was better than Tony Hinchcliffe, but hers was underrated. The black guy who roasted Kevin Hart, I don't know his name. He to me had a better set than Tony Hinchcliffe. But Kevin Hart obviously has no problem with what Tony Hinchcliffe did. We now know, by the way, that like Kevin Hart and the producers actually got a chance to hear all the jokes beforehand. So Kevin Hart got a chance to hear the Tony Hinchcliffe George Floyd joke, and he approved it, right? He had no problem with it being in there. Now, if Kevin Hart would have came and stood on business, cool. But he flip-flopped too much for me during his interview. Started off with, man, Tony Hinchcliffe had the best set, is comedy, get over it, to, why y'all blaming me? I don't like it either. I think it's BS. I think it's it. Huh? He even said, he called like Steven Jackson, which is like George Floyd homie and really close to George Floyd family, right after the set, before it even went public, to apologize to Steven Jackson, say, hey, bro, man, listen, man, it was a roast. It got out of hand, bro. I couldn't do nothing. So if you didn't feel this was a problem, then why did you call Steven Jackson immediately afterwards, right? And the most annoying part of it all is Kevin Hart acting like he had no power whatsoever, that he was powerless, and he couldn't have done anything to remedy this situation.
Would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Mm-hmm. Yes. Like, I'm not looking at Pete crazy. I'm not looking at Tony crazy. Like, that's what, I know what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. I know your style of comedy.
Did you see the interview that I did with Terrence Floyd, George Floyd's brother?
No.
So he said,
no shot to you.
No, he expected you to kind of be the person that would like stop it right in the moment, or just not allow for certain things to happen.
And he also said he wanted you to come harder. He said if they're going to joke, why you ain't come harder with your own jokes?
All right.
Racist jokes, I guess.
This is actually a good thing to give a rebuttal to.
See, then
They
you wish
talked
you
about
watched it.
they talked about my dead mom and my dead dad. Said that they were running a train on my mom.
It was hilarious.
Right?
It was
Oh, that
double
was
entendre.
crazy.
The
Yeah,
double
that was
entendre was
Regina
hilarious.
killed that.
Right?
Yes,
Oh
that
wait,
was
that's
Great,
right. You
great.
probably should say killed that.
The jokes about Kevin was on a slave ship in a bottle with like the ship in the bottle. Like, I'm going to appreciate humor. I don't get affected by.
Hey, once again, chat. I ain't trying to be on no conspiracy. Real shit. But man, look, goddamn it. I think it's a humiliation ritual, goddamn it. That's what's going on. I believe that's what's going on. Like, he had to sit in there and take those jokes on bro.
By the attempt of humor. I get it, right? In this case, like, do more. It's my production. We're live. The more is what? Like, what is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? Like, Tony told a joke. It wasn't a tasteful joke to us. We didn't like it. Okay. Hey, man, that joke. We move on. I don't understand why we stand on a hill and it becomes like this big thing of like, oh man, they do this and they're attacking the culture. It doesn't have to be that. It literally is either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not. And if you're not a fan, then you don't watch it. So
Kevin Hart was not helpless, right? Even if Kevin Hart is saying, we're going to stand up and stop it. Okay, cool, right? That's too much, right? You had a mic. You had your time to come on afterwards. You had the last words on the show. You couldn't use your voice as a comedian to counter the hate. You couldn't go at Tony Hinchcliffe on the mic. If these people are getting every opportunity to verbally abuse us and be nasty towards us and put hate towards our way, then why can't one of us take that mic and go at him and go at Tony Hinchcliffe and go at Shane Gillis and speak up for us? Cheryl Underwood attempted to do so, but she's a woman at the end of the day, man. Right? Like, as a comedian, she probably ain't on the level of a Kevin Hart. So if we look at you as one of us, yo, why you ain't hit that mic and go to war for us? It don't gotta be hostile or no, you could have just went at him how he went at us.
Bro.
We didn't see you do it at all. Now, when Kevin Hart gives this new standard for how we should operate in life, right? If you don't like it, don't watch it and ignore it. Imagine if we had that standard for everything in life. You know Chud the Builder? Chud is going around calling random black people the N-word and victimizing them.
I was just talking about this motherfucker.
If the standard was, why critique something you don't like? Just don't watch it. So black folks should have been quiet, not watch the content, and have Chud and his racist fans and his audience like denigrate black people, attack black people, victimize black people, and get wealthy off of victimizing black people. And black people should have kept quiet, not critique it, and just go about our business because he's not victimizing us because we don't live in Clarksville. Imagine if that standard was applied to everything else. Just imagine, right? Just imagine if people who victimize kids and children now know in their heart, well, I could victimize children on the internet, and people who don't like children don't watch my content anyways, and they can't critique me because that's the new rule. You can't critique things you don't agree with. Like, clearly that's not the standard at all. And Kevin Hart is essentially asking us, hey, man, these white folks pay me to put on this roast, bro. Why y'all making it hot, bro? Why y'all coming online and being vocal about how much y'all hate it, bro? Chill, man. Chill. That's what he's asking us to do. Now, some people might think that he's spitting. I think he's full of ish. I think Kevin Hart could have delivered this message a little better.
My last note for all attached to this is very simple, okay? Whatever the headlines or whatever the dialogue is, my rebuttal is simplicity. Remove me from it. I didn't say it. If you are upset that the night went on, that's a different conversation. It's nothing I can do. It's a production. It's a live production. I'm not compromising the live production for a reaction of what? What do you want me to do? I'm gonna drag him off? You want me to fight afterwards? You want me to turn it into like what? That's not what I agreed to do. That's not.
Nigga, you supposed to roast their ass. That's what you supposed to do. Talk about their ass, nigga. Shit.
The job at hand was to produce a successful roast, which I did. I also got the rebuttal. I also got to say at the end.
You ain't.
What are we dealing with here? I'll say it again. Stop talking as if I said it. So when you say
You ain't go hard as, you know what I'm saying, they did. That's what I'm talking about. Like, shit. Say some shit, nigga. Talk about, hey, he talk about George Floyd shit. I for now, goddamn. Talk about Clark, goddamn it. I don't give a fuck.
the family and the family's affected, I didn't disrespect the family. Showed up for the family when it happened. Made sure that the family felt supported. Made sure that all things there were actually cool. Behind the scenes, just as an example, you know the one person that I talked to, and I'm not even gonna tell you the conversation, Stephen Jackson.
Oh, I know he caught that.
That's because that's my nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, Stack, let me just call you, man, so I can explain to you like the world of the roast, X, Y, and Z. We talked. I get it, Kev. We had a great conversation. But that's what I mean when I say, hey, man, let me call the one person after. And that's before whatever you're talking about. That's immediate. Stack, hey, Tony threw one out there. It's this and this, but you do know that that's what this is a roast. But I just want you to know from my side, that man is on his own.
You ain't lead with that, Kev. You should have been leading with that the whole time.
Because I don't need to.
People just want to know you can.
I don't need to prove to people that I give a No, I don't.
Just this time. This one time.
No.
Yes, this one.
No. If you open that door, then that's the door that people expect all the time. Why the f do I need to do that?
I think it's because of how much the George Floyd situation affected so many people. I think I get what you're saying and how you stand on your business, and I respect you for that.
I'm not talking about business.
Another backtrack. You see, the backtracking makes me so annoyed. Nah, bro. I don't gotta do that. I'm not doing that ever. No. I'm not standing on business. No, I didn't say stand on business. All right, man. But y'all let me know. People is really upset at Kevin Hart. They're on social media in droves, calling him all type of names, calling him all type of sellouts. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this, man?
Now we got to go help people
come. Man, that nigga definitely a sellout, though. For real. I feel like that's how he... Hold on. Real chat. Once again, I ain't trying to get on no conspiracy, but I feel like that's how he became into, you know what I'm saying, Hollywood and all that shit. Illuminati.